Makerversity has been here for 11 years. It was our anniversary last week, actually. But essentially, we are a makerspace for startups, early stage career engineers, designers, product designers, architectures, anyone that needs workshop space. So it's basically set up by our director, product designer, and an engineer, and they got 1 free year rent basically here and turned it into a makerspace. And then membership was based on knocking down walls and bringing in machines and trying to do workshops, and now there's over 350 people down here. So it's sneakily quite big, and about 82 businesses, all of which are sort of startups, which is quite nice. But the main thing is everyone's a maker, so everyone will need workshop access at some point, which makes it a really nice community, and everyone's still, it's not too suited yet. This is obviously fashion, so this is Fashion Textiles Workshop. It used to be where our laser cutter was and our 3D 3D assembly room, but a lot of people in the space needed a fashion studio and a lot of fashion people wanted to join the space. So we basically turned it into another workshop, which is how the space works. It's basically like a giant game of Tetris, depending on design trends, which I'm sure you all know changes all of the time, and can go from digital to hardware to all sorts of stuff. So a lot of the people using this space at the minute are actually quite experimental, and they'll be in more like biomaterials or doing a bit more the sculptural, like fine art side of fashion, not necessarily just straight up fashion. A lot of the fashion lot will come here because they need a space in the machines and then quickly grow. Like as soon as you get a sign from someone or someone picks you up, you immediately need a team of 10 people to try and keep up with it. But we've got a materials lab now because there's a lot of people wanting to experiment with biomaterials and obviously don't have all the equipment and a huge lab they can go to. A lot of the other labs in London as well are kind of linked to uni, so they're quite hard to get into. So we made that whole area as well so people can use that on a sort of, more flexible basis. Collective down there that you may have heard of, but they develop a device which fits onto like buses and vehicles to attract the tyre wear. So the microplastics from tyre and rubber is huge, and so they use electrostatics that basically capture it and then they can melt it down and reuse it and turn it into other stuff as well. So we've just opened our land lab, which is basically an allotment down in Croydon, which Makerversity now owns a few of the plots on it. So we're taking members down and they can use it and do either experiments or just use it for nice planting and grow veg. But Alex went down the other day and did a test of her device and it worked, and she was like, worked 1,000 times better than she expected, which was great. So she's quickly again expanding and being able to have more people on her team, which is awesome. But yeah, this is our digital fabrication area. So we've got a big old laser cutter, which is awesome, and then our 3D print area, which was sort of built in a nice extracted box. But we've got loads of the new bamboo labs and then also some resin printing. And then there's more CNCs and vac formers and stuff here too as well. But this is sort of just space where a lot of people can do any assembly or casting or anything messy. Generally, they'll just park up here. A few big teams. There's Modern Synthesis, but they've expanded massively and they're in Balham now with like a huge warehouse with 60 people they've hired. And they were in one of our vaults from a residency, so they did the whole work your way from the residency to hot desking to fixed desks to the vaults, and now they've really expanded. But yeah, this is woodwork / biggest space we have. So obviously we're not like a huge warehouse where people can manufacture. We say we're prototyping first batch work at most, and then if there's big spaces people need, then we'll recommend them. There's some really great ones, more North London, which have huge warehouse spaces people can park up for like even a day or so. Whereas we're a bit more like membership based, that we have like a 3-month minimum and it's a bit more of a regular space. But I can take you back and you can have a drink and then I'll be lingering around anyway if anyone's got any questions.